Hello everyone, especially to you, Ma'am Angge. I am Jemercy Gonzalez from BTLED HE1A, and I am the sixth reporter today, and I will be discussing about the wood preparation and wood joint. So let's start. Here we have the objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the students should be able to first to identify the tools, materials, and types of wood used in woodworking. Second, to demonstrate the proper steps in preparing wood and making strong joints. And the last one is to understand the importance of wood preparation and joints in creating durable and safe wood projects. So the introduction, the wood preparation and wood joints are essential in woodworking. Wood preparation involves making the wood ready by measuring, cutting, and smoothing it so it can be properly used in a project. So the wood preparation, it is important in woodworking because it ensures that the type of wood that you will use, it is ready for woodworking because you are done measuring, cutting, and smoothing before using it. Meanwhile, wood joints are used to join pieces of wood together to form a strong and stable structure. So, understanding these processes helps create products that are durable, safe, and of good quality. So, the wood joints are important because it makes the wood durable because of the wood joint pieces together to form a strong and stable structure. So, the first topic that I will be discussing is all about the wood preparation. So, the wood preparation is a process of getting wood ready before it is used in making projects or furniture. It helps improve the quality, strength, and appearance of the finished product. So, on what I said earlier, that the wood preparation is important because it helps to prepare the wood for using in project, and it ensures that the wood that you will use is ready for woodworking. So here we have the steps on wood preparation. So the first step we need to do is to selecting the wood. So choose the correct type of wood for the project. Check for defects like cracks, knots, or insect damage. So, in the first step, so dito na nga, nag-choose muna tayo ng right type ng wood for our project, and we need to check carefully if the wood have defects like cracks, knots, or insects to ensure that the type of the wood that we will use is safe and durable and have no defects. The second steps, which is the measuring and marking. So, it measure the wood using a ruler or a tape measure. Mark cutting lines clearly using a pencil. So, diba, in the first step, we choose the right type of wood. So, dito sa second step, kapag nakahanap na tayo ng right type of wood, di na natin i-measure and mark cutting lines by the use of tools in woodworking. So after the second steps, we will proceed to the third step, which is the cutting. So cut the wood according to measurements. Use proper cutting tools and follow safety rules. So, di ba in second steps, I mentioned that we will measure and mark cutting lines to the wood. So, after natin yun gawin, dito na papasok si cutting. So, di ba kapag done na tayo mag-measure, ganyan-ganyan, 'di ba, susunod natin gawin ay ikat na yung wood, but we will need to follow the according measurements before we cut it to ensure that the measurement of the wood it exacts like the other wood para maganda yung kalalabasan ng project natin, and we will need to use the proper cutting tools and follow safety rules to avoid hurting yourself. So the first step we have is planing. So it is smoothen uneven surfaces using a plane, removes rough edges and excess wood. So 'di ba after natin i-cut yung wood, 'di ba? May napapansin nyo na may mga excess woods pang natitira. So, dito na pumapasok si planing. So, it removes rough edges and excess. It ensures that the wood is no uneven surfaces and have no excess woods left. Next, so the fifth step, we have the sanding. So, it uses sandpaper to make the surface smooth. You start with coarse sandpaper, then fine sandpaper. So, the sanding, it ensures that the wood become smoothly by using sandpaper. So, the last step, we have the drying or seasoning. So, it removes excess moisture from the wood. It prevents warping, cracking, and shrinking. So, dito naman sa drying and seasoning, ito na yung last step. So, ito yung tinatanggal niya yung tubig or yung excess moisture inside the wood to prevent it from cracking, warping, and shrinking. So now we have the tools that use in wood preparation. So the first one, we have the tape measure. So the tape measure, a tool used to measure the length, width, or height of wood accurately. So the tape measure, it is important in wood preparation because it helps to measure the exact length, width, or height that we're gonna use in project before cutting it. The next one, we have the pencil. So the pencil is used to mark lines or measurements on the wood before cutting. So the pencil, it is important because before we cut the wood, we need to mark guidelines or measurements to make sure kapag ikat na natin to na nasa tamang measurements ito. So the next one, we have the handsaw or power saw. So the handsaw or power saw, it is a tool used to cut wood into the desired size or shape. So the difference between the handsaw and power saw, the handsaw is used by our hands to cut the woods, and the power saw, it is the use of machines to fasten the cut of the woods. The next one, we have plane. So the plane, it is a tool used to smooth and flatten the surface of wood. So it is important to the steps of wood preparation because it helps flatten the surface of wood and removing excess of wood to be easy in making the wood smoothly. Next, we have sandpaper. So the sandpaper, it is a rough paper used to make wood smooth by rubbing its surface. So the sandpaper, it helps the wood become smoothly by rubbing its surface. And the last one, we have the clamps. So the clamps, it is a tools used to hold pieces of wood tightly in place while working or drying. So the clamps, it helps hold the pieces of tightly while working or drying. So next, we will proceed to the importance of wood preparation. So the first, we have ensures accurate measurements and fitting. So it is important because by the proper measurements used in woods, it ensures that the accurate measurements and fitting of the wood. The second one, we have the prevents damage, cracks, and warping. So by the proper steps in wood preparation, it prevents cracks, damage, and warping because we follow the procedure in wood preparation. So the third one is to make the wood easier and safer to work with. So it makes the wood easier and safer to work with. Smooth and even wood is easier to cut and handle, which helps avoid accidents. The fourth one is to improve the durability and appearance of the project. So in wood preparation, it improves the strength and appearance of the project. Prepared wood holds nails, screws, and glue better, and it also looks cleaner and more professional. And the last one, we have helps to achieve a smooth and clean finish. So it helps create a smooth and clean finish when the wood is properly sanded, and prepared. Paint or varnish will look better and more even. The next last topic that I will be discuss is all about the wood joints. So the wood joints is a method of joining two or more pieces of wood together. So the wood joints helps make projects strong, stable, and durable. So the wood joints, these are ways of connecting two or more pieces of wood. They are important because they make projects strong, stable, and long-lasting. Without good joints, furniture can become weak, loose, or broken. And now let's look at the different types of wood joints. So the first one, which is the butt joint. It is the simplest type. Two pieces of wood joints are joined at the ends or edges. It is easy to make but not very strong. The second one is a lap joint, where two pieces overlap. This makes it stronger than a butt joint. A type of this is the half lap joint, where part of each wood is removed so they fit evenly and flat. The next one we have the mortise and tenon joint is very strong. One piece fits into a hole in another, making it tight and stable. It is often used in furniture like chairs and tables. Another strong joint is the Weitel joint. It has interlocking shapes that makes it hard to pull apart. It is commonly used in drawers and furniture, and it also looks nice. Some joints use extra materials. The dowel joints uses wooden pins while the biscuit joints uses small oval pieces. This help make the connection stronger and cleaner looking. The tongue and groove joint is used to connect flat surfaces. One piece fits into a slot in another, commonly used in floors and panels. The meter joint is used for corners. The wood is cut at an angle, usually 45 degrees, to make a clean corner. It looks good but may need extra support. The box joint, also called a finger joint, has interlocking square shapes. It is stronger and often used for king boxes. The rabbet joint has a groove on the edge where another piece fits. It is commonly used in cabinets and boxes. And lastly, we have the dado joint. Has a slat cut across the wood to hold another piece like shelves in a cabinet. So we proceed to the importance of wood joints. So we proceed to the importance of wood joints. So here we have the provide strength and supports. Joints carry weights and spread pressure evenly so structures like tables or chairs stay stable and don't break. Even high quality wood won't work well without strong joints. The second one holds pieces firmly. Wood expands or shrinks with changes in temperature and humidity. Good joints keep parts aligned and secure, preventing looseness or misalignment. The third one, it improves appearance. Joints like dovetails can be decorative and show careful craftsmanship. Even hidden ones ensure a clean, gap-free, and professional look. The fourth one, it ensures durability. Strong joints make projects last longer, avoiding issues like wobbles or cracks over time. This is why many old furniture pieces are still functional today. And the last one, it prevents separation. So they resist forces from movements or material changes, keeping the work connected and safe. Some even lock tighter when pulled. The conclusion, wood preparation and wood joints play an important role in making strong, safe, and high quality woodworking projects. Proper preparation, including measuring, cutting, and smoothing, make sure the wood is ready and fits properly. On the other hand, wood joints are used to firmly connect pieces of wood, helping the structure become stable and long lasting. By using the right methods in both preparing and joining wood, woodworkers can create products that are more durable, reliable, and well made. So, overall, the wood preparation and wood joints are both important in making strong and safe projects. Proper preparation like measuring, cutting, and smoothing helps the wood fit well and prevents mistakes. Wood joints, on the other hand, hold the pieces together and make the structure stable and long-lasting. When combined they help create projects that are strong, durable, and well made. And that's all for my report. I hope you understand something about on it. Thank you and God bless.